apparently they're stuck at 1 land, so I will destroy it, which is absolutely great news for us. Hello everyone, I'm JPRT, and this is going to be another Pauper League video, where we're going to play Golgari Cascade. Not much different from the previous league that we did with this deck, except now we added, instead of the 2 cast down main board, we have 2 Generous Edict, just to be sure that we have more answers to Mono-Blue Delver that is quite popular at the moment, but otherwise keep 2 cast down in the sideboard. But yeah, the goal of this deck is simple. So yeah, either have the typical land destruction package with the Thermokarst and Mwonvuli Acid-Moss, and we also have then the Cascade. We also have the Cascade value package of for Annoyed Altisaur, Avenging Hunter. We have then the 4 Exhume for the Troll and Generous Ent, and so on. All right, then let's see how it goes, and hopefully we're gonna trophy this one out. So this one, we have a lot of mana, but not much to do with it, so I'm a bit afraid of it. So we're gonna mulligan, and this one makes already more sense. So we're gonna keep this one, and we are going to put, I think, the Annoyed Altisaur. Since we have the Lead the Stampede, we can just draw into more creatures. So we're going to put the Annoyed Altisaur. And we're going to start with Forest and Wild Growth on the Forest, passing. We're going to play a Forest. And here we're going to play the Arbor Elf. And then we're going to pass. Raffine's Informant, discarding a Prismatic Strand, okay? All right, Chainer's Edict, not bad. We just need a black source. We're going to play a Forest. We are going to tap for 2, 3, 4, Mwonvuli Acid-Moss on the plains. We're going to put the Haunted Mire on the battlefield. Now we have our black source. And then we're going to pass. We are not going to block. So they play a Squadron Knock. Sure. Okay, now we are going to tap for 3. We're going to cast Lead the Stampede, putting the Arbor Elf and the Generous Ent. The rest in any order. Now I do have access to 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. We're just going to cast Chainer's Edict. And then we're going to untap the Forest, tap the Forest. We're going to play Arbor Elf. And yeah, we're going to leave it at that. For the rest, no need for mana. Definitely will not be able to cast my Exhume because they have the eagle of the eagle in the graveyard, but still we're going to be able to use to art cast Generous Ent anyway. Okay, so we're going to tap for 2, untap the Forest, tap for another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are going to cast Generous Ent. Okay. And we are going to say go. Now having a reach creature, that's perfect. I will be able to play the Avenging Hunter. Being able to block the Squadron Knock makes it perfect for us. Militia Burglar. Oh, the Bugler. Yeah, I think we're in an alright position right now. Obviously, we don't have Trample, so for now, and they have a lot of blockers, but I think from here on, we can just outvalue them. So Troll of Khazad-dûm is also great. I think we're first going to start with a so if I tap for 5, I can play the Avenging Hunter. I still have 4 creatures, we block everything, then we keep the initiative. So I think this is what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to play the Avenging Hunter. We're going to get a swamp. We're going to play the swamp. And then if I untap this one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's only 5. So now we're just going to pass the turn. The goal here is definitely to outvalue them. Now they have a lot of cards in their hands, but we're going to start slowly get the Undercity, because obviously we can get it back with the Trampler. Now I'm just curious if we're going to attack with everything. So they do. You know, we're going to block. We're going to block everything. I don't need the Arbor Elf anymore. At this point, the Arbor Elf are not that important. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. The only thing that I cannot cast right now is the Altisaur. No, I said it. But yeah. Okay, so they pump their creatures. That does not change really much what we wanted to do. Now they cast Prismatic Strand. Okay, I fell into this trap hard. But I still have the Undercity, so which is not bad. But we're gonna go through the Lost Well. We're gonna put this one on the bottom, and as well as this one. That's really good. We're gonna cast the Troll first, because next turn then we can get back. We can basically get the Undercity twice if we attack with I'm not gonna attack. So if we attack, get the Undercity from combat damage, and then get the cast the Avenging Hunter, we can get the Undercity. If they don't, if they block 3 creatures, then we can still play the Avenging Hunter and get the Undercity. So that in the end, it's better this way. Block this and this here. 2 damage if they don't have any combat tricks, which they probably do, but still going to block. So they take the Undercity, and they have a Prismatic Strand in the graveyard. I think we're still going to attack with everything. They can then use a Prismatic Strand there. That wouldn't be too much of a problem. Then we can use the Avenging. We can cast the Avenging Hunter. So, okay, so Utopia Sprawl. We're going to cast Utopia Sprawl. Saying green. Now we're going to move to combat. Swing with both. Now will they cast Prismatic Strands? That's the question. So they do. Perfect. So we don't get the Undercity right now, but we will now cast basically here the Avenging Hunter. We're going to take the initiative, and then we're going to go through the arena, and we're going to go the militia. This way, they don't have any comeback tricks, so we will be able to then kill at least the militia. And then next turn we can either draw a card or make a 4/1 menace. Potentially we'll just get the archive, draw a card. But they bounce back the militia, so we don't get to do that. But still, we'll be able to potentially get back the initiative if they try to take it right now, which they probably will. So Militia Bugler. Attack with 1 Squadron Orc. They will take the initiative. Potentially go to the Forge. I would think, yeah, so they do. Okay. Now we're going to cast the Altisaur. Casting Exhume. I don't think I want Exhume, because they can get guard. But at the same time, I'm going to get an Avenging Hunter. And what they will get is basically the Eagle of the North, which I do have a blocker for. Or Fiend's Informant. We're going to cast it. You know what? I think I get more value out of this than they do. So either they draw a card or they put a bigger 3/3 in the sky. So they do put the 3/3 in the sky. We're going to go through the... Here we're going to go through the Catacomb, make a 4/1 menace, and then we're going to move to combat. Or we're going to pass, yeah. They also add all first strike. Okay, I think I should have maybe attacked, but that is fine, I think, for now. Now next turn I'm gonna have a big turn, so. And now if they attack with their flyers, I do have a lot of blockers. We have Generous Ent and Annoyed Altisaur that have reach. So, and then we're gonna actually go through the Throne of the Dead 3 if they don't do it as well. Squadron Orc. Yeah, Arms of Hadar is going to be definitely a great sideboard deck. Okay, so they attack. With everything, they're going to take the Undercity. So we're going to block here and block here as well. We lose 5 life. So now we have to keep our blockers. But we're going to attack certainly with some Karicha. First going to move to combat. And we're going to swing. Now we'll be able to cast Annoyed Altisaur anyway. If they block, they get rid of most of their board. So I'm going to be fine when it comes to the Undercity. If they don't block, I get the Undercity. That's then perfect. I will cast. So I will go through the Dead 3. We're going to put the Generous Ent on the board. And then I'm going to cast the Annoyed Altisaur. Putting a Llanowar Visionary on the board for another blocker, which is great. And then we pass. They crack the clue. I'm not sure what they can do here, to be honest. We have quite the menacing board. We can block everything in the air as well. Okay, I did a Grange. Put it on Militia. But it's now at 5-6. And pay another Thraben Inspector. Getting 2 life. So they're back at 14. But I think right now it's going to be GG because I can swing with more than enough. I'm going to go to the Undercity. We're going to get a land. I think here, just to be sure, we're going to cast Chainer's Edict. And then we're just going to swing with everything. Them. Then we're going to move to combat. And then they can figure out the blocking situation. Alright. We go to the sideboard. Now, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to play with the actually with the land destruction against White Weenie. They don't need that much mana anyway. So I feel like putting the other package might actually be better. Then we can get rid of the Thermokarst and then Mwonvuli Acid-Moss. Push Dange, getting rid of one Unexpected Fangs. And one Annoyed Altisaur and one Troll. One Avenging Hunter, I think. I think that's going to be the curve I want. This way we have more to answer against their board. They won't get maybe one Nihil Spellbomb less. And then we put back the Avenging Hunter. Then we're going to summon like this. This is an absolutely horrible hand. I know. We're going to mulligan. Okay, Forest, Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl. Yeah. That seems keepable. We're going to put the Chainer's Edict on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to play a Forest and then the Arbor Elf. Passing Morphine's Informant. Okay. Yeah, so this is why the Spellbomb is going to be good here. We're going to play Utopia Sprawl, targeting my Forest. We're going to say that we make a black mana. And then we're going to untap it. We're going to play the Spellbomb. And we're going to say go after that. Okay. They revoke. So they destroy or they exile Utopia Sprawl. Now our land would be nice here. Otherwise I'm going to be screwed. Or one of the land cycler as well, which is perfect. Cast down. This is not what we wanted, so we're going to pass. Or maybe attack with Arbor Elf for one. Journey to Nowhere. Targeting my Arbor Elf. Ay. This is problematic. Yeah, that happens. We're going to have to pass. Now I need to start drawing lines. Can cast down the Raffine's Informant. But yeah, I think this is going to be it. I think now, maybe it was a mistake to take out the land destruction package. Maybe I'm going to play it and then add. Oh yeah, and now I did not look. I was thinking we're going to concede. That was my bad. Okay, so we're going to put back this. We're going to keep the 2 Arms of Hadar. We're going to keep 2 cast down. I think 2 Nihil Spellbomb is good. We can get rid of the Unexpected Fangs. And maybe we get rid of 1 Avenging Hunter, 1 cast down, and another Avenging Hunter. Yes, I will play first. That's good then. We're going to keep Forest, Arbor Elf. Yeah, last game I played really badly, really poorly, but now we're going to catch up. Okay, they kill my creature. We are going to tap this one. We're going to Swamp Cycle for the Haunted Mire. I'm going to play the Haunted Mire, tapped, and I'm going to pass. Lunar Veteran. Tap 2, we're going to Exhume, bringing back the Troll. We're going to play a Forest, and we're going to pass. So apparently they're stuck at 1 land, so I will destroy it, which is absolutely great news for us. Forest, tap, tap, tap. Main phase, destroy their planes, play a Forest, move to combat, swing for 6, and then we pass. Yeah, so definitely the not destroying, the taking out the land destruction package and side at the game 2 was I think was a mistake here. We're going to Forest Cycle the Generous Ent, play a Forest, tap for 2. We're going to Exhume, putting the Generous Ent, play the Forest. We're going to move to combat, swing for 6. Second main phase, we're going to play the Llanowar Visionary. Now we have another Generous Ent. I don't know what they want to do here to survive. So yeah, so we win. Perfect. I'm happy. I'm glad that we could catch my mistake in the last game. All right, let's go for game 2, or for match 2. Sorry. Yes, Red Jester. So we have our turn 2 Troll. So we're gonna keep it. Turn 2 Troll is always good. So we're playing against Affinity. We're gonna play a Forest, and we're gonna say go. Now we're gonna yield into the next end step. We're going to Swamp Cycle, get a Swamp, play the Swamp, and then Exhume, getting the Troll. Luckily, they only have 1 land, which is good for us, because we can actually destroy it. And then we're going to move to combat and swing for 6. We go to match 2. Okay, so here we're for sure going to get the Deglamers, as well as potentially Arms of Hadar. I mean, it does not do much against the Mire Enforcer, but we have Chainer's Edict. Could bring 2 cast down and the spell bombs, since the, and then maybe 1 Arms of Hadar, and then we have the 4 Deglamers, so we can get rid maybe of like 2 Thermokarst and 2 Mwonvuli, keep them still, so they do probably play with the tapped land. And then for the other cards, maybe 1 Spellbomb less, maybe Arms of Hadar is not too necessary. Now we have another 2 cards that can be put aside, which will be here 1 Annoyed Altisaur, and as well as 1 Mwonvuli Avenging Hunter. That's a cool first hand. So we're going to keep Forest, tapping for Utopia Sprawl, naming black. We're going to Swamp Cycle, tapping for 2. putting a swamp. We're gonna put the swamp, tap, and then Exhume, getting the troll. That's just great. Okay, now nice. So we have a forest. So either I destroy the Seat of the Synod right now, or I can play one Arbor Elf, one Wild Growth. But I think here I'd rather just destroy the Seat of the Synod. They did Lead Dispute. Okay. We move to combat and taps for 6. So they played the Blunt Fountain. For 1 blue, they draw with Thoughtcast. Probably looking for land. And they pass. Okay, so we're going to play a forest. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, tap 1. We are going to play the Arbor Elf. Tap 1, play the Wild Growth. And then move to combat. Swing for 6. And you know what? We're going to tap and again put a Wild Growth on it. And then we're just going to pass, losing the mana. I don't know if they play anything against the like in the sideboard against enchantment or against land destruction, but aha, Nihil Spellbomb. Nice. It's kind of a waste against me because we kind of expect it. We only do the Exhume gameplay in the beginning most of the time. So Arclang Shaman. Is he going to kill my Arbor Elf right away? Apparently he will not. Okay, so we're gonna tap for 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna cast the Annoyed Altisaur, putting the Deglamer. We are going to Deglamer their red source. Play a land, and we're gonna pass with nothing to do and no cards in hand. They will cast down. Okay. Good. To be expected. Lead the Stampede. It could be that they have a counter spell, but we're gonna check if they do. They don't. So Generous Ent and the Llanowar Visionary. And the rest in any order. We're going to tap for 4. Play the Llanowar Visionary. Like this. Avenging Hunter. That's cool. And then we're going to pass turn. Deadly Dispute. Then to play a Frogmite. Okay. And a Gear Seeker Serpent. Alright. I could play the Avenging Hunter, but seeing that they have the Gear Seeker Serpent, they will be probably able to take it, but if they then attack with it, I'm going to be able to block it. Okay, I think we're going to play it safe, and we're going to play a Generous Ent first. This way we can block the Gear Seeker Serpent, Generous Ent, we can make a food, we can gain life. Yes, I think that's the right play. Next turn we can play the Avenging Hunter or another Generous Ent and then threaten them with lethal on board. Raker Wellspring, Thoughtcast, and then they pass. Okay, so yeah, I think that's then here going to be the play. Play the Swamp. We're going to tap for, play the Avenging Hunter. We're going to get the initiative. Yes, let's get a Forest. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mana. We are going to then simply pass. Deadly Dispute the Acre Wellspring. So they draw a bunch of cards. So let's see what they can do now. Because now if they don't get the initiative, I'm going to go to the Forge. I can put it on the Avenging Hunter to be sure they have the trample damage. And then swing with everything. Still cast a Generous Ent. So that also depends on what I'm going to draw. But Generous Ent is one of the best card right now. So in this particular matchup. Another Spellbomb. Myr Enforcer. Okay, no, that changes the game. I don't think now we can get what we actually want. But at the same time, it's not bad. We can go through the Forge, put it on the Avenging Hunter. Now, do I go to combat? That's not the thing. If I attack with the Avenging Hunter, I will be able to potentially kill a few of the creatures. So if they double block, I kill 2, then we have enough blockers. So I think here, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to attack with Avenging Hunter. Then they have to decide how they want to block it. Good. So they take the bait. I'm going to be able to kill 2 creatures. Obviously, they have the Blood Fountain, so they can get it back, but I think it is still the best situation right now. And then we can play the Generous Ent. Here, there's not much I can do. I can crack the food if I want to. Pretty certain they're going to use the Blood Fountain. I mean, at least that would give them the most blockers. But I'm going to bring them down to 3 life with the trap. So Galvanic Blast on the Llanowar Visionary. Chainer's Edict, okay. That's alright. They go for attacks. We're going to block the Mire Enforcer. Now I think it's going to be the time for the Blood Fountain. Bring back 2 Mire Enforcer and put those 2 Mire Enforcer on a battlefield. Okay, so now that it happens. Oh, they only got 1 Frogmite and 1 Mire Enforcer. Why not 2 Mire Enforcers? Interesting. We're going to crack a food. There, we're going to pass. Go to our turn. Okay, Arbor Elf is not what we want to see. But I still think I'm going to go to attack. They have to block with at least one of them, so I can at least kill one of them. All right. Then we're going to play Arbor Elf. Oops. Arbor Elf. And then we're going to pass. Now it would be nice to draw into something a little bit more impactful than an Arbor Elf. I can't be like an Annoyed Altisaur. Yeah, that is definitely impactful. That's what I had in mind when I'm talking about impactful. Annoyed Altisaur. Nihil Spellbomb. That's good. I'm actually happy about this one. Then we can crack it actually just right away. And we're going to pay the black. Yes. And then the Chainer's Edict. We're going to untap the forest. Tap. Cast Chainer's Edict. Paying 1 more. Perfect. And now we can play the Utopia Sprawl on this one just so why not? And then we're going to yield to this turn, losing the mana. And it will not attack. Serves not much. But if they don't have more on their end, let's see what they draw. But they need more blockers because right now if I attack, I can at least I will kill them basically if they don't only have 1 blocker. So they go through the trap for me. So 16. Makeshift munition. Okay, so they can kill one of them. They killed the Arbor Elf. Okay. Now they have enough to kill also the Annoyed Altisaur, but they then don't have any lands. So that would also not be a bad thing for us. Deadly Dispute. Okay, so this is better for us in the sense that now they cannot kill with the help of makeshift munition. And now if they don't have much more than this, let's see what they do. They crack the blood. Okay, think it's a good sign for us. Ichor Wellspring. They draw another one. Frogmite. Oh, okay. So they have a creature, but the thing is now I can still attack and I will get the Undercity. No matter what happens. So we're going to move to combat. We're going to swing with both. I could also have just swing with the Altisaur. Then he would have had to block. Oh, but that's actually even better for us, this block. Then, yes, they go through the archives. They'll draw a card, but we're going to be... we're actually like in an okay position. Let's see what they draw. They can draw another card. They can get the Blood Fountain. Probably get the Gears. Okay, yeah, no. Never mind what I said. It's not that good of a position right now for us. They can just get the Frogmite and the Mire Enforcer and the Gear Seeker Serpent. God, this game. Come on. Against maybe the Gear Seeker Serpent, Unexpected Fangs might not be bad for the Generous Ent. That would be actually good. We still have a troll in our 4 troll in our deck. That would also be or 3. Yeah, we have 3 troll in our deck. That could also be a game changer. Yeah, that he can play both the Serpent and the Mirror Enforcer. Okay, so that's what they do. And then they pass. Annoyed Altisaur. I like this card. Yes, we're going to cast Annoyed Altisaur. We're going to go through a Cascade. Utopia Sprawl. This is not what we want to see, but we're going to cast it. Why not? We're going to say green. And then we're going to pass. Now, they revealed the Mirror Enforcer. Yeah, 7/7. Another Utopia Sprawl. This is so not what we want to see. We pass. I think this is it for me. I don't think I can get the Undercity. Still, another Gear Seeker Serpent. No, I don't think there's much more I'll be able to do here. Make the Gear Seeker unblockable. Nope. I think that's going to be it. Let's see what I draw from the Llanowar Visionary. Generous Ent. Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that they can just kill me. Okay, we're going to move to game 3. Now we're going to move this out of the way, this out of the way. Put another Nihil Spellbomb. Annoyed Altisaur is going to come back. Thermokarst can go. Avenging Hunter can come back. Then we're going to put Cast Down. Cast Down. Get rid of it. Eaters. The Chainer's Edict. We can put 2 Unexpected Fangs. And then I think we're going to say then go with this. It's not too bad of a start, but also not the best. So turn 1, turn 2 I have 3 mana. I put the Llanowar Visionary. Turn 3 I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try this one. Forest, Arbor Elf, and say go. Forest, 2, untap, Llanowar Visionary, making it with the 1 mana. Utopia Sprawl is also good. So now I have 4 mana. I can play for 1. Put the Utopia Sprawl there. Say it's for black. Now that's 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think we're going to try it. 1, 2. Untap. 3, 4, 5. They probably have a counter, but it's worth it. Avenging Hunter, turn 3 is nice. We still get the initiative. We can still get a... we're going to get a Forest. Play the Haunted Mire. Tapped. And then pass. So now we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. We can cast the Annoyed Altisaur. Turn 4, Annoyed Altisaur. We're going to go to the Forge. We're going to put the counter on the Llanowar Visionary. Now, so if I play a Forest right now, I can, for 2 Exhume, I think we're going to wait for the Exhume. But I think I can still tap 2, untap, 4, 5, 6, 7. Annoyed Altisaur. Cascading into Unexpected Fangs. We're going to put it on the Llanowar Visionary. And then we're going to move to combat and swing for 5, gain 5. We're in a really good position. Not gonna lie. This is sweet. Okay, Mirror Enforcer and Mirror Enforcer. Okay, never mind. I take back what I'm gonna go to the trap. Make them lose 5. We are going to first Exhume, getting the Avenging Hunter. Then go and draw a card. Deglamer is a nice card. Now we're going to go to combat. We're going to swing both of them. So they double block, which is amazing because I will cast Deglamer on this for 2. They go down to 3. Now I can play a Llanowar Visionary, which is what I will do. Well, I'm going to tap for 3, play Llanowar Visionary, and then say go. Now let's see what they'll do. We win! Great second match against Affinity. I'm glad this is going well. All right, match 3. Oh, so that would be definitely a turn 3 like Mwonvuli Acid-Moss or Generous Ent. So let's give it a shot. Okay, we're going to play a forest, a wild growth on the forest, and we're going to say go. Okay, very interesting. We're going to play a Utopia Sprawl. We're going to say black. Then with the 1 mana, we are going to forest cycle the Generous Ent. We are going to get a forest. We're going to play this forest. We're going to say wild growth on the forest. Let's say go. Now next turn, I would destroy their island, or we can go for Avenging Hunter, depending if they have another land. We're going to go for Mwonvuli Acid-Moss, but if they don't, okay, so they are stuck to 1 island. They're going to draw. So here we are actually going to, this one taps for 1, 2, 3, 4. We can tap it for 5 now, so we can play, I think the players is Utopia Sprawl, saying Swamp. I'm going to tap for 5, play Avenging Hunter. We're going to go get a forest. We're going to play the forest for turn, and then we're going to say go. Now we can start Mwonvuli Acid-Moss, his islands, because here I don't think he has another one. We can block. We will be able to attack because we can block the flyer for now anyway. So I think this is going to be the right play. Okay, so we take the initiative. We are going to put counters on the Avenging Hunter. So we're going to go down to Forge, put the counter on Avenging Hunter. Chainer's Edict. Okay. We are going to tap for multiple mana. Cast Mwonvuli Acid-Moss on their island. Put the Haunted Mire in the battlefield. Now, okay. Game 2. Arms of Hadar is a must in this matchup. And we should also play 2 cast down instead of the Chainer's Edict. So we have 2 cast down and 2 Arms of Hadar. And instead of, so I need 2 cards that needs to go away. And here I think the 2 Avenging Hunter will take the it. So we have a turn 3 Exhume. So we're going to keep it. And cast down as well. Faeries Seer. Arms of Hadar is also amazing. So we're going to play the forest. And then we are going to pass the turn. So Ninja of Deep Hours is fine. We're going to forest cycle the Generous Ent. We are going to get the Haunted Mire. We get the Troll of Khazad-dûm. We're going to play the Haunted Mire. And then we're going to pass the turn. And here I think we're just going to pass. So there is a chance that it will counter my Exhume though. So let's hope they don't do that. Or else I could also play a Thermokarst, targeting one of the island, but that would not make it. So I think I have to try to play the Exhume. If they counter it, then I can play Arms of Hadar next turn, which will be enough. We're going to just pass. 1 mana Fairy Miscreant, another Fairy Miscreant. Okay. So that's actually really good for us because now we can tap 1, play Utopia Sprawl, play Exhume, get a Generous Ent. Next turn, Arms of Hadar. Yeah, so 1 Utopia Sprawl on the Haunted Mire. I'm going to say green. We're going to play another. We're going to tap for 2 green. Oops. We're going to tap for 1 black and 1 green. We are going to Exhume, getting a Generous Ent. We're going to play the forest. We will be able to also then cycle the troll if we want to get a swamp. Then we're going to pass the turn. Go to our turn. To their turn, sorry. 1 mana Preordain. 1 Fairy Seer. Scry 2. 1 mana Birthday Escape. Now, Ninja of the Deep Hours cannot be blocked, but I don't think they're going to play. Let's hope they don't have a Spell Pierce in their hand, because then I forgot to block. There was too much into the next turn, which is okay. Now they're tapped out, so they will draw a bunch of cards, but I think, yeah, that's going to be it for them, because I'm going to cycle the Troll of Khazad-dûm, get another swamp, move to our turn, play the swamp. Then now we're going to tap for 4, Arms of Hadar, them, and then move to combat, swing for 5, and then we're going to pass. They cast Preordain, make another fairy. Let's Utopia Sprawl the Haunted Mire, bait the... So, okay, that's an all. Sure. Now it lends me my turn is going to be easier to take, so as we can keep, or I can just shoot down the Fairy Seer. We keep the Generous Ent up for blockers. So I think this is what we will do. So we're going to cast down the Fairy Seer. Main phase. We have 2 mana. We can crack the food. Curfew. Okay. So they get back both our creatures. Okay. Then that fizzles. Then I'm going to tap. We're going to tap for 2. We're going to forest cycle the Generous Ent using one of the mana. Get a forest. We're going to play the forest. And then we're going to crack the food to use all of our mana. And then we're going to pass. Tap for 1 for Fairy Seer. Another 1 for Preordain. Scry 2 to the top. Interesting. No blocks. Ninja of the Deep Hours. All right. Fair enough. They only have 1 mana left. And they play Birthday Escape again. Targeting the Ninja of the Deep Hours. Okay. Now they are tapped out. So what I could do here, I could tap for 5. Play the Avenging Hunter. They would get another. Oh, but they will block anyway. So even if I play the Avenging Hunter, they will get the initiative. So then it's going to be a matter if I want to get it back. So I could then just get Generous Ent. I could play the Avenging Hunter, get the initiative, play a land, and play Exhume to get back the Troll, for example, and then swing for 6, or Generous Ent to block the flyers, which might not be the worst idea, but I think the unblockable now at this point is slightly better. I can play than the Generous Ent. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to play this like this. Tap for Avenging Hunter. Get the initiative. We're going to get a swamp. We're going to play the swamp. We're going to tap for 2, and then we're going to Exhume. And then we're going to target the Troll, because then I can play Generous Ent later. Perfect. Then they're going to get probably either the Fairy Seer or the Ninja of the Deep Hours. But yeah, Fairy Seer it is. So they move to combat. They will swing with everything. Actually, I cannot block anything, so that's going to be 4 damage. Okay, the 6 damage, the Ninjutsu, the Moon-Circuit Hacker. So they will draw 2 cards. For 1 mana for Fairy Seer. Discard 2. Another 1 for Fairy Miscreant. Another 1 for Fairy Seer. Scrying 1 top, 1 bottom. Now we go to our turn. Okay, so here we are going to try to cast F7. We're going to cast first the Annoyed Altisaur. They can counterspell, but at least I'm going to Cascade. Arbor Elf. Well, not what we really want, but is what we will get. So the spell sort of spread the Annoyed Altisaur. Okay. So now, flyers, I can block 1. And otherwise, they have 2 damage for and 2. So I have to block 1, but then I can keep 1 creature. So I think here, swinging the Avenging Hunter. So let's say I block 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need... No, so I'm done. I'm done for, right? I block 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 6, 5. Okay. We can concede. We're going to put 2 Unexpected Fangs here. We're going to get rid of 1 Wild Growth, put another one. And then we're going to play this one. I would like to go first. I will have to mulligan this one. This is good. This is alright. So I have turned 3 Avenging Hunter. So 1 Arbor Elf, 2 Llanowar Visionary, and potentially 3. If I go draw another land, that's another. We're going to keep this one. And we're going to put the 1 Arbor Elf at the bottom. 1 Arbor Elf. And we're going to pass. First they cast Preordain. Top 1, 1 bottom. So there we have our land. That's perfect. So we're going to play our Swamp. Tap for 3. Play the Llanowar Visionary. Then we can turn 3 Avenging Hunter. Forest. Avenging Hunter. Getting a forest. So they will get the initiative, but we can get it back easily. So that's no problem. Now turn 4. I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I will play the Lead the Stampede. Attack probably with the Llanowar Visionary. Then when everything is fine, I can potentially play next turn. So in 2 turns, the Annoyed Altisaur. I will keep the Arbor Elf as a blocker for the Moon Circuit Hacker if they want to attack. So they go to clean up, so they have a counter spell or a spell stutter sprite. Arms of Hadar is amazing. I'm going to play it once they are tapped out. So I'm going to play a forest. We're going to fast tap for 3. We're going to lead the Stampede. If they want to counter this using a counter spell or anything else, that's okay. Yeah, so they use a counter spell for this. That's actually perfect. So I have 4 mana. I'm going to untap. No, I have 3 mana. Crap. I miscalculated here. It's okay. Move to combat. Swing with the Avenging Hunter. Maybe now they think that I have a cast down. Take the initiative. We're going to go through the Forge and we're going to put the counters on Avenging Hunter. Putting the counter on Avenging Hunter. Yes. And now we are going to pass the turn. I'm going to block the Moon Circuit Hacker, but they are going to deal damage with Fairy Miscreant, so they don't draw their card. That's perfect. Birthday Escape. Okay. They have 1 mana open. Now we are going to move to combat. Swing the Avenging Hunter. They block with 1, so they reduce their damage to 6. Now we're going to draw, or we're not going to get the initiative, sorry. Then we're going to go through the trap, making lose 5 more life. They're down to 4. And there I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I will play Arms of Hadar, targeting them. If they have a... I will win! Perfect. I'm going to mulligan. I don't have much early game going on. This, however, I prefer. We're going to keep. And we're going to put... Here, we could put the Exhume back. Or a Swamp. My bone not being so necessary. But I think here the Exhume does not have much place. But obviously if I draw now into one of my cyclers, that would be sad. But I think this is I believe this is the right play. Okay, so we're again against Faeries, playing Snow-Covered Island, so I would guess this is it Faeries? Here I could simply just Chainer's Edict. I think this is better. So we're going to get rid of his Fairy. And then we're going to move to combat. And then we're going to swing for 1 and say go. I'm going to Chainer's Edict again. They cast Brainstorm. Okay. I believe this is again the better play because then they will not start getting any card draw advantage or anything. So and then we can slowly start after that. So by next turn, play the Avenging Hunter. Or if I don't get a land, we can just destroy their lands. Augur of Bolas. Yeah, so if I get a land, I'm going to play it, the Avenging Hunter, because I will be able to block Augur of Bolas. Because right now they do have the mana to spell pierce me as they revealed it. So we're going to see what we draw. Annoyed Altisaur. I'm going to make them use their spell pierce. Perfect. I will not pay. And then we're going to pass. No attacks. And simply pass. I will not block. I still need my mana. No blocks. So probably they will ninjutsu. Then they can play the Bolas again. But it would not be a problem. I can play the... hopefully I draw something good. And then I can play the Avenging Hunter. It's a forest, so that's perfect. So we're going to play the forest. We're going to untap the forest. And play the Avenging Hunter. We're going to get then here a swamp. And then we're going to say go. Now, if they want to attack with both, that would be fine. Obviously, they could have a Scred and then kill my Avenging Hunter. But I don't have much more anyway to do as of now. So I think it was still the best option. So here we're going to block the Augur of Bolas. They do take the initiative. 1 red lightning bolt. Okay. Okay, so here we are going to Exhume. They will get obviously a Faeries here, but I would like to get the Avenging Hunter back. But they counter spell. Okay. Then we're going to play a swamp and we are going to pass. Or no. We're going to no. I clicked on yield and then panicked. Whoops. Crimson Fleet Commodore. Okay. Interesting. We are going to play the Troll. Untapping a forest. Tapping a forest. So I'm going to play we're going to cast the Troll. And then we're going to pass. But I think this is going to be it for this game. My mistake. I mean, it was not super game changing, but definitely did not make my situation better. We're down to 7 life. I will have to block. I'm going to try to block this one, but probably they have a lightning bolt then. And they can just kill me. Yeah, perfect. Game 2. Okay. So here again, two Arms of Hadar is really important. We will take 2 cast down instead of the Chainer's Edict. And we're going to put 2 Unexpected Fangs. We're going to get rid of 2 Avenging Hunter, as well as we're just going to get rid of our Avenging Hunter. This is not the game we want to go for. We want to go and go for the beatdown and not get the initiative stolen all the time. I think this is how we're going to play it. I will play first. Okay. Here, that's nice. We have the forest and Arbor Elf. Our forest. Yeah, we're going to keep this one. Play a forest. And then Arbor Elf. Passing. Got a Scred. All right. So that's a forest. We're going to tap a forest. We're going to play the Utopia Sprawl on this one. We're going to name Black. And then we are going to pass, and then we're going to Generous Ent, and there end step. First Preordain, then Relic of Progenitus. That is actually not that much of an issue. I will still Forest Cycle using one because I do want to get, sure, Arbor Elf is gone. I'm going to get a Forest, then move to our turn, play a Forest, and then we are going to tap for 4 and destroy their island using the Mwonvuli Acid-Moss, and we're going to get the Haunted Mire. Passing the turn. Play the Utopia Sprawl. Naming green. Then we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6, so we're going to attack Thermokarst. Destroy the snow-covered island. Making them lose 1. And then we have 2 mana left, so we're going to pass the turn. Next turn, we're going to do the same. If I don't have a 7th mana, we're going to play Thermokarst, targeting the snow-covered mountain. I'm going to exile the Thermokarst. Or we're going to destroy the snow-covered island. Forest. We are going to tap out for the Annoyed Altisaur into Cast Down, targeting the Faeries. They were going to Spell Pierce the Cast Down, which is okay. And then Annoyed Altisaur resolves. That's perfect. Then we pass. We're going to cast Arbor Elf. And then we are going to destroy the Volatile Fjord using Thermokarst. And then we're going to pass. Getting a blocker for the Faeries here. Augur of Bolas. They reveal Brainstorm. Then they're going to pass the turn and move to our turn. Exhume. I don't have anything to exhume right now. So we are going to pass. If they attack with the Augur of Bolas as well, I'm going to block. Mwonvuli Acid-Moss. Yes, we're going to cast it. So we're going to tap for 4, like this. Cast Mwonvuli Acid-Moss. They cast Brainstorm. In response. Then Mwonvuli Acid-Moss resolves. That's perfect. And then we're going to pass the turn. They did draw a lot of lands, not gonna lie. Now I would like to stop drawing land destruction and then actual creatures. That would be the best. Like this one. I like this one. Llanowar Visionary. I will draw a card. Annoyed Altisaur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. We're going to untap Forest. Then we're going to cast Annoyed Altisaur for a lot of mana. 1, 2, 3. Cascading. Into Cast Down. We're going to cast down the Faeries here. It happens. But they're going to counterspell the Annoyed Altisaur. Okay. And then we are going to pass. So 1 Faeries here. Sure. Okay, now they get the initiative. So we will want to try to get it back from them, I suppose. So we're going to attack with the Annoyed Altisaur, I think. So we're going to play Llanowar Visionary. Thermokarst. Okay. We're going to tap 2. We're going to cast Exhume. They're going to get the Faeries here. That's okay. But we're going to get Annoyed Altisaur, which is better. And then we're going to swing with the Annoyed Altisaur. Okay, we killed the Crimson Fleet Commodore, but we do get the initiative, which is what we want. Not the initiative, but the monarchy. They do get the monarchy as well, but here I think second main phase, we're simply going to cast Thermokarst on their mountain, and then we're going to draw a card, which is another Thermokarst. Okay, I could have played it, should have probably, but having blockers is also not the worst idea. So here we're going to block one Fairy Seer. They're going to ninjutsu one of them. Potentially, not even. So they just want to have the monarchy. Okay. I will be able to get it back. We go to our turn. Okay. We're going to start with Thermocasting an island. They counter spell. We're going to move to combat. Swing with all of those so that I will do get the monarchy. So they block 1. That's okay. I still deal 8 damage. I get the monarch. Okay, and then we're going to move to second main phase, and we can also just cast the Utopia Sprawl on our land. They will Spellstutter Sprite it. Sure. Then we're going to draw the card, which is another Annoyed Altisaur. Amazing. Okay, now we move to our turn. We are going to cast for 7 the Annoyed Altisaur, again, cascading into Llanowar Visionary, which we are going to, they're going to counter it. Fair enough. We're going to, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have enough to cast it right now. So we're going to move to combat, and we're going to swing the Annoyed Altisaur. They go down to 2. We're going to get the monarch. And then we're going to pass. Drawing a card. Wild Growth. Not what we need, but that is an okay card right now. Not what we need, but yeah, it's okay. Not be too picky. They move to combat. They swing with 2. Not going to block. They can do whatever they want. They get a monarch. Then they pass their turn, drawing a card, and then let's see what they can do against us. We are going to move to, and then we win. Perfect. 2-1 again. Oh no, so and then we win. Perfect. Then we go to second turn. We're going to summit this deck. I think this is the best situation for us. Now here I have to mulligan, no land. And yeah, this is a keep. That's a forest, then Utopia Sprawl to then tap for 3 for the Llanowar Visionary. We're going to keep it. We're going to put the Unexpected Fangs at the bottom, as we don't have any. As right now I prefer to keep the Lead the Stampede. Forest, Utopia Sprawl, saying black. Then we're going to pass. We're going to play a forest, and then here we're going to Wild Growth the forest. The Spellstutter Sprite it. Okay. Then we're going to Utopia Sprawl the same land. Say green. And then we're going to pass the turn. They keep 2 blue. Tells me that they potentially have counterspell, but we still will try to destroy their snow-covered mountain. They will counterspell, and then we pass. Perfect. I mean, they had to use it, so that is okay. They will attack for 1. They will ninjutsu the deep ninja of the deep hours, drawing 1 card. Then they pass. Okay, so we are going to cycle the troll, get a swamp, play the swamp, tap for a lot for 3, play Exhume, getting the troll, and then we're going to then pass after that. So they're stuck at 3 lands. Okay. We are going to first, after 3, play the Llanowar Visionary. Drawing a card. That's a forest, so that's good. We're going to move to combat. We're going to swing for 6. And then, second main phase, we're going to lead the Stampede. Getting 3 beautiful cards in any order. And then we're going to pass. The Lightning Bolt, my Llanowar Visionary. That is okay. Now they're going to attack with the Deep, Ninja of the Deep Hours. The Brainstorm. Will they have found a land? That is a question. They cycled with Roaring Reveal. Okay, so they did not get the land they were looking for. Okay, so here we're going to move to combat. Swing for 6. And then we are going to cast the Troll of Khazad-dûm. Then we're going to pass. I'm going to block. Probably they have a lightning bolt or whatsoever, but I'd rather have them use it than having... So we're going to play a forest. We're going to move to combat. Swing for 6. Second main phase, we're going to play Llanowar Visionary. Drawing a card. And then we're going to play for 1 Arbor Elf. Spellstorm Sprite. Okay. Not a problem. Then we pass. They are at 2 life. Good position for us to be in. And then we win. Perfect. 2-1. That's the 4th win. Let's go for the last one. We are getting close to the trophy here. All right. Last match. Let's hope for something beautiful. We have a turn 3 Generous Ent, so I think we're going to keep it. Forest, cycling Generous Ent for the dual land. So that's what we're going to do. And we are going to pass. We're going to pass and then yield until the end step. So we are playing against Burn. That's okay. So now we're going to Forest cycle, get the Haunted Mire. And then we drew another land. That's okay. So we're going to play the Haunted Mire and then we are going to pass. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Okay. Yeah, here we're going to tap 2. We are going to Exhume, getting back the Generous Ent. We're going to play the Forest, and then we're going to pass the turn. Probably cycling the Troll here for 4 mana, and then so I can either Acid-Moss. They're going to have land, but or I play the Llanowar Visionary for more blockers. But yeah, this is how we're going to play it for now. Oh, I don't need to cycle. We have another forest. So yeah, we're going to keep it. Probably Dota Rebirth. Yes. Was to be expected. Goblin Bushwhacker. We are going to block 1. Okay. We're going to play the Forest, play the Forest, play Wild Growth on the Forest, and then we're going to tap for 3. Play the Llanowar Visionary for a blocker. We're going to draw a Forest, and then we're going to pass. I mean, game 1 probably will not. I don't see this one, I think, going for us that much. Especially with another Goblin Bushwhacker. We will take 8 or 6. We're gonna take 8. We can gain life, so that's okay. But can we get out of this situation? I don't think so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We gain 3. We're back at 5. But we can play basically just the moth, destroying the, putting a forest, and then passing the turn, hoping that they don't kill us. But I would not be surprised if they have a burn spell. They go to combat. We're going to block 1. Sacrifice the treasure, the food for 3. But they lightning bolt. Okay, so that was it. Anyway, right, sideboard. We get rid of our land destruction package. We will get all of this here. And I could Deglamer for their land, but I think, yeah, I think that's good enough here. We're gonna start. I'm gonna have to mulligan, no black source. That is all right. We're gonna keep, and we are going to put one of the Avenging Hunter on the bottom. We're gonna play a forest and play the Arbor Elf for 1, and then we're gonna pass. Mountain Lightning Bolt. Okay. Haunted Mire, Arbor Elf. Chain Lightning on my Arbor Elf. Forest, we're going to pass. Yes, the relic. But now name Sticker Goblin is problematic. So we're going to have to be careful. We only have a Chainer's Edict. Unfortunately, we have to pass with this. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. We're going to let them do their things here. 6 mana. They only have... I was going to say they only have 2 cards, but no, we're in Resolve and Experimental Reckless Impulse. Okay, so at least they're only getting this. And they can Chain Lightning me for 3. I will not pay. Okay, so that was not too bad for a Arms of Hadar. Okay, so I cannot do in much except getting them with Chainer's Edict. Then I'm going to get rid of Arbor Elf, and then I'm going to pass. I need 1 more land, basically. That would be already good for us. Yeah, they're going to play the Voldaren Epicure. I need... I just need Arms of Hadar. So 1 forest, 1 swamp here. That would save me. Yep. I'm going to get rid of Chainer's Edict. They're going to Lightning Bolt. And attack me for 3. No blocks. This is not what I wanted, but it's what I will have to do with. And Exhume. So they sacrifice a blood token. Sacrifice the Experimental Synthesizer. Getting a mountain. They sacrifice another blood. Now they only have 1 mana. And then they might attack with everything. They don't. Okay. Well, that was our chance and we're taking it. Undo. 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 I should not mess that up. So. I almost messed that up. So, okay. Arms of Hadar, targeting them. Passing. Experimental Synthesizer. We have a 7 life. We definitely need a Unexpected Fangs here. You Namestick your Goblin, make 5 more mana. They sacrifice the Synthesizer. Make another, have another land. Volatile Rebirth. Sure. Sure. And Goblin Bushwhacker. Okay, this is the end. Yeah, okay. Still, 4-1. That is, I'm happy about it. So, that was Golgari Cascade. We did not do as much as well. Oh, that was Golgari Cascade. Ended up 4-1, losing against Mono Red. We did not do as well as the last league we played against Mono Red. We did not run into any of the Unexpected Fangs or any of the cards that would have been able to save me from the Sticker Goblin. But still quite happy about the result. Been able to play great game against Affinity, against Mono Blue. So great result in the end, 4-1. And we're going to continue trying out this deck for sure. All right. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Really helps out. And otherwise, we're going to see each other in the next video.